First thing is my background is Oracle ERP, Oracle applications. That
Yes.
is the ERP that I worked in India, and we don't have Oracle ERP, the technology itself in Denmark. That is the first and main and major challenge.
So
So
jobs
that
don't
is the first.
exist in that economy. Same jobs as
No,
we find in India don't exist in
yeah.
that economy, right?
Anyway, I was still applying for Oracle jobs, and I was getting few calls from UK consultancies to work as a contractor, to even work from Denmark like that. But even for visa reasons, they didn't materialize. It didn't work out. So there is no interview call at all. Just initial call and then nothing, no interviews. It took around 6 to 8 months for me to identify what other jobs I can apply. I was interacting with many Indians. Like I dropped my kids in the school, so I talked to people, the
Yeah.
parents who are coming there, especially Indians who say hi, and most of them are like us, job seeking dependent spouses. We started getting some network here and there, and my son was playing table tennis. There I used to ask people, I'm looking for job, and wherever I go, I introduce myself and looking for job. I
Yeah.
share my profile and little bit of networking offline. So it started like that. Keep trying, don't give up. Fire all cylinders, look for all options.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
just
you really did that.
go
Yeah,
with.
yeah. Hello, everyone.
Right,
This is
Harsha?
Harshad Bhagwat, and welcome to yet another Champions Achievers Hot Seat. This is the interview, this is the hot seat where we celebrate success stories of our champions who were facing some challenges in their career, some hardships, but they went all in. They really committed to their job search, to their career growth, and really made it happen. And this is where we celebrate their success. This is where we learn from others, we learn from their stories. So today we have Joe all the way joining from Denmark. And we would like to know how, as an Indian, he could get his best job abroad. And it so happened, destiny so happened with him that he landed up in Denmark without knowing anything much about that country, not even the language, not having a stable job at hand. Must be a lot of challenges. We can really see that. But he made it happen. And we all would like to learn how to get a job abroad as an Indian. So, Joe, first of all, congratulations for making it all the way, making it happen in your career.
Thanks a lot, Harshad. So I'll start with a bit of my background.
Yes,
This is
please.
Joe. I'm from India. I'm from Tamil Nadu, and I have around 17 years of overall IT experience, out of which 14 years into ERP background. I worked all my 17 years in Bangalore. I worked for HP, Oracle, Gemini, and finally Bosch, Robert Bosch, before leaving to Denmark. And let me tell you why I moved to Denmark. So
Yes.
my wife has got an opportunity to work for a Denmark client from Denmark through Indian company. So she got a visa for 2 years. So we decided to move to Denmark as a family. So we got two children. They are going to be 12 and 8. And we thought it will be global exposure for kids, especially
Yes.
to
Yes.
have a very good education and all those stuff. So I decided to leave my job from Bosch and sort of look for a job in Denmark. So that's how we moved to Denmark. That's how my job search started in Denmark.
Yes. So I mean, thanks for telling what was the background of why you moved all the way there. It must have been the biggest decision of your life, right? Really, I mean, it just changes everything, right? Right from your career and your children education, everything changes suddenly, and it's a very different country. So after landing up there, how was your experience in job search? It must not have been easy. So, what were the challenges you were facing before you go into what work? Just tell us the scenario there.
Okay. So to look for a job in this country or in European country, first question they ask, do you have a valid work permit? Are
Yes.
you in the country? Two questions: are you in the country, and do you have a work permit? Because many companies may not give you the sponsor you the permit, work permit, and visa, all those stuff. So that is the first thing. But it's not like India that you apply for a job and immediately you get you are flooded with interview calls. It's
Yeah,
not like that
yeah.
here.
It's not that
It's
easy.
very
Yes.
different, and it's especially only through referrals they take, and not like our friends refer you, things like that. Without the language, they will not take you local language. If it's
Yes.
international company, it's fine, but the chance of getting into international companies very limited here.
Yes.
So once you start applying your job here, it's not like India that you get calls immediately. It is completely different. It's especially through referrals, which is through Danish people, especially.
Okay.
And also being in the country, new to the country, there are a lot of things you have to go through, like getting your ID, like you have to get registered in the population register and things like that. Without the ID, you are not recognized anywhere. So you need to get the ID within first month or something like that. Biometrics, all those things are there. So those things and travel system, everything is different here. You don't buy tickets in the bus. It's all some card. You swipe the card and things like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
getting used to the new country, it takes some time. Immediately, we cannot go for a job search.
Sure.
So that is one thing. It took at least first 1 month at least to apply for jobs. And if you see job portals, it's not Naukri and whatever we have in the Indian thing. So LinkedIn is still there, but you have a specialized job portal which many companies look into.
Okay. Okay.
So local job portals we have to identify, and we have some government assistance for
Okay.
the new
Hmm.
international people.
Hmm. Hmm,
We
hmm.
You have to visit the municipality job center. They call job center here. They assist people who come to the country new to find jobs, but not for us like IT people. They said you are on your own.
Okay.
Like blue collar, they help you. Blue
Oh,
collar drivers and other people. It's easy for them to help you, but not like IT, because we have so much wide things in IT. So it is difficult, but they do guide you to go through language courses, all those things. So to get used to all those things, it takes 2 3 months time initially, and you start applying. Once I was there in India, there in Denmark, immediately I'm part of champions career champions group.
yes, yes,
So
yes.
parallelly, I started so it's been almost 6 years I was with Bosch. So after 6 years, I'm doing the job search.
Job
Basically, I'm not
search
doing anything
and
with
in foreign
yeah.
countries. So Joe, just a side question is that you said all those things that you have to have a card, then you have to go to municipality to get registered and all that. How did you find out all this there? Any, I mean, any friends, or you found it on internet, or you just sort of maybe made a lot of mistakes and then found out? How did you find out?
No, no. See, it's not like that. I came on my own. My wife has come here through company,
Yes.
so she got a lot of assistance from the company how to do all this process. So actually, she came 1 month before us.
Okay.
I brought the kids with me to Denmark, so she was already there 1 month. Some preparation is there. She Whatever she went through, we had to go through. So that was a little bit easy.
Deliveries. Yeah. 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 Got
Yeah,
it. Got
yeah.
it. Got
Because
it.
company was helping us. Yeah,
Yes, yes. At least you knew what to do there. At least, yeah.
yeah.
Now tell us what worked for you, what didn't work for you. You must be. Did you get interview calls at all, or you get multiple calls? What worked, what didn't work? Tell us.
Okay. Before that, going back to the starting point, the challenge.
Yes, yes, yes,
Challenge. First thing is my background is Oracle ERP, Oracle applications. That
yes,
is the ERP that I worked in India,
yes.
and we don't have Oracle ERP, the technology itself in Denmark.
Okay,
So
okay,
that is the first and main and major challenge.
okay.
So I didn't know what to apply for. So
Wow,
I have the profile for Oracle ERP experience, and I'm applying with Oracle ERP experience, and there is nobody to take it.
wow. So
So
jobs
that
don't
is the first.
exist in that economy. Same jobs as
No,
we
no.
find in India don't exist in
Yeah,
that economy, right? So they,
yeah.
wow, wow. That's the first
So it is
biggest
not there in.
revelation, I'm sure, for you.
Yeah, it is not there in Denmark, but it is there in some part of Europe, like Poland and Sweden and UK. These countries close to us, Germany, they have these opportunities little bit, not like India,
Yes,
but they won't take you without visa. They will
of
expect
course,
you separate work permit for that particular country.
of
So
course,
it
of
was
course.
very difficult. Anyway, I was still applying for Oracle jobs, Oracle ERP jobs, and I was getting few calls from UK consultancies to work as a contractor, to even work from Denmark, like that. But even for visa reasons, they didn't materialize. It didn't work out. So there is no interview call at all. Just initial call and then nothing, no interviews. So it was like that. It took around 6 to 8 months for me to identify what other jobs I can apply. So I was interacting with many Indians.
Mm-hmm.
Like I drop my kids in the school, so I talk to people, the
Yeah.
parents
Mm-hmm.
who are coming there, especially Indians who say hi. And so most of them are like us, job seeking dependent spouses. So we started getting some network here and there. And my son was playing table tennis. There I used to ask people, I'm looking for job, and wherever I go, I introduce myself and looking for
Yeah.
job. I
Yeah.
share my profile and
Mm-hmm.
little bit of networking offline. So it started like that. So some people we share the profile with each other.
Yes.
So if
Yes.
something comes through, let me know, like that. So I got some feedback that you are looking for Oracle. Maybe you can remove Oracle and look for generic stuff like you just use transferable skills
Okay.
like
Okay.
client management and stakeholder management, all those things. And then so I started changing my profile slowly, and no Oracle. I removed Oracle. Oracle was there in the just skills section, technical
Mm.
skills. But apart from that, in the profile, it's all generic thing. So I found the role product owner, which is just
Uh,
about Scrum Master kind of
yes.
product owner
Yes.
role and product management kind of. So I started applying for that, and parallelly, some generic ERP consultant roles also comes in, but it is for different ERP. Of course, I kept applying for that also, like Microsoft Dynamics and
Mm-hmm.
something whichever generic ERP roles comes in, I apply for that. With my
Wow.
ERP experience, maybe they will consider like that. So it was all job portals, LinkedIn, everywhere. It was going on.
So that's step
And
number one, right, Joe? Is like really
yes,
knowing the economy there and what jobs do they have, and
yeah,
comparing between your profile and their expectations. You will have to leave certain things. Maybe
definitely.
you will have to learn certain things also, or as you said, sideways, like not Oracle ERP, some other ERP. So you could find two targets, I guess, right? One with product owner and one with other ERP. So yes. So now tell us more, like how did it work? Did this was this the breakthrough?
No, it's not.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so there are no calls still, but
Okay.
I got one call which was for some different ERP, but it was related to Oracle, but not in the area which I worked. But still, they considered my Oracle experience, and they called me for the interview. That was uh, uh, online interview.
Okay.
But what happened? It was a small company, so they were looking for Danish. So I just started my Danish that time. So they started asking questions in Danish itself. So I said I'm not that much good to answer you in Danish. I'm still going through the training. Um, so to let you know, Danish is one of the toughest languages in the world to
Really?
know,
Wow.
especially for older people like us. For kids, it is okay. My daughter started to speak Danish in just 6 months, and she has been moved to regular Danish classes.
Was she your
So
teacher?
yeah, so she always laughs at my pronunciation. It's always wrong, she says. So
Wow.
that is how it goes. It's a difficult language, but it is not really required for IT people.
Mm-hmm.
But it gives you an edge that
Mm.
the company thinks that okay, this guy is learning Danish, he is going to stay here. That
Mm-hmm.
that impression
Okay.
comes in. That
Mm.
is the advantage we get.
Wow.
So
Yes.
fortunately, I started Danish immediately after coming here, maybe 3 months or 4 months after coming here.
Okay.
Good thing I did. So that kept me occupied as well.
Yeah.
I was so nervous and what do you say, frustrated without a job. So
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
Harshad on a one-on-one call told me, give yourself some time, don't take pressure off yourself, things like that. That helped me, Harshad, to be honest.
And probably for the first time,
Uh,
right, Joe? Maybe out of job for a long time. Probably for the first time in
yeah,
your life.
yeah, because we Indians have this mindset that
Yeah.
man should work in the home. We are the providers, and after working for 17 years, it's very difficult if you don't have a job. It feels bad. It feels bad. Even though, yeah, it's not like we are not able to survive or things like that. My wife was working, and it's a good salary, and we can manage the family without my salary. That's
And
not a
generally,
problem.
Indians, we are good savers, abroad. Like we try to, find out things where we can save money. So it's like, I think you're right that we will survive, but probably we want more than that, right? We don't want to just survive, want to
Yeah, yeah,
we thrive there.
uh, yeah, yeah. I don't want to be that much calculative or saving that kind of mindset. I don't have. I wanted to enjoy my kids to have a very good life
Yes.
here, and we
Yes.
want to enjoy life here. We are not looking to save so much. Things like we didn't come here for that because we both were working and we had a very good salary there. We had
Mm,
two houses
mm.
there, car, everything. We don't have any financial problem in India. So our goal was to explore the world and come out to give the children exposure and things like that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that was the challenge, initial challenge, and
And
the
then what
frustration.
worked, final, Joe? I mean, you said you started learning Danish, you started finding what's working in the job
Yeah,
market, but
yeah.
finally, what worked in the sense? Did you get multiple calls finally, or did
No,
you get,
no.
okay,
Okay.
so just
Uh,
one? How did you get this one then?
okay. So what I did after joining Danish, I also started going for events, career events, and workshops that government is conducting free here to help internationals struggling like that, like us. So I attended one of the event called First Job Copenhagen. It is for people who are looking for first job in Copenhagen. The event name is First Job Copenhagen. They
Okay.
conduct work for 1 week, free of charge for internationals like us. Um, so it was all for how to build your LinkedIn profile, how to do your resume, especially for Danish market, and what is expected in the Danish companies, what is the culture here in the companies, things like that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I was very much surprised that whatever you are teaching, that is like an international standard that you are doing. So
Okay.
it's almost the same thing that with respect to resume and LinkedIn. And there are some other things which are specific to Danish thing,
Mm-hmm.
which we are not doing because here in Denmark, if you see in the LinkedIn job ad, they will give the recruiter phone number.
Okay. Wow.
You can
Mm.
call the recruiter. You can call the recruiter and speak to them before you apply. You can do that. So that kind of things they explain in workshop that you don't hesitate to call them, call and ask relevant to job ad. What is this? Whatever you understand. Just ask three questions. Show that you are interested in this job, and maybe they will consider you. Things like that. Just to tell
Did you
them,
do that? Did you
I
do
am
that,
Joe.
Joe? Did you sort of try to build relations with recruiters and understand basically what's happening
Yeah,
and what is
yeah, yeah.
expected?
I started doing that also. A few calls I did. I didn't do it full fledged, but I did that as well. So you are breaking my flow.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So that was one thing I was doing, being part of events and workshops
Yes.
along with Danish, and some voluntary works also you can do that. You can put in your resume. That
Yeah,
there are,
yeah.
there are a lot of opportunities to do voluntary work. They consider. In the interview, they ask you, what were you doing for 1 year? So I said, I'm doing Danish. I have been attending workshops, events, and settling my family down here, and looking for voluntary things, all those in the interview. But before that, it was almost 1 year. I was too much frustrated, so I thought I'll go for odd jobs, kind of restaurant job or Burger
Mm-hmm.
King, KFC, things like that. Even my friends, there are so many internationals who are struggling here to
Wow.
get calls. People are working. Doctors are working in restaurants.
Wow.
Doctors and nurses, they are working in meat shops, bread making companies, just for survival. People from all over the country, Iran, Pakistan, India, and everywhere, even from Europe, all part of Europe, comes and things are. It's not a prestige issue or something like that here. It's a hard job, physical job.
Yeah.
You may get a half salary, like if you get 50,000 for IT, you get 25,000 here. Even
Yeah.
carpenters get that much salary here. So it was going on. So sometimes I won't apply for a week or something, anything. I will not apply. I take off from my job search. So it was like that. My wife was very much supportive.
Mm-hmm.
She used to tell me that it's okay. Whenever you get, you will get. Let it.
Yeah.
We have a salary, one salary, we can survive like that. Even sometimes she used to think, did we made a wrong move?
Yeah.
Because
Your
we
mind
were,
plays those tricks, right? You start feeling
yeah,
all
it,
these
it, it
things.
all happened. So somehow we came back to positive mode again and again, kept being patient and keep looking. I was applying so much, making personalized CVs, lot of personalized CVs. Every time take the job ad and the resume worded and all those stuff, keeping the keywords changing. And I had some two, three resumes separately for ERP consultant and product manager
Mm-hmm.
and product
That's
owner,
great.
like different profiles, so
Yeah.
that I can just change the company or some keywords and send it. So a lot of hard work, and then so it's been 1 year, and my children's vacation has come. So we thought we'll go back to India for meeting parents and all
Sure,
those.
sure.
So no
When
job
did
yet.
this happen? When are you saying this happened?
My
Vacation?
it was in the second week of June. We traveled to India.
Okay,
So
just 2 months back. Okay.
yeah, second week
And
of India.
yes.
My family is still there. Only I
Okay.
came back. So I'll come to the story. So in in the end of May, suddenly we already booked tickets to come back to Denmark for 30th August
Okay.
for all four of us, wife and two kids and myself. And in end of May, I suddenly got a call one day. Um, they said, you applied for this particular ERP consultant role. Do you want to
Oh,
do you want to come
okay.
for interview?
Okay.
So first they said, do you want to come for interview? This is calling from ALD, something like that. So I didn't know for which role they are calling me. So I asked them, is it for product owner role? Like that I asked, is it for product owner role? They said, no, it is for ERP consultant. You applied 1 month back. Like that they said. I don't know. I applied so many, so I didn't know which
Yes.
one I applied. Okay, so I said, they called me on Wednesday, and they asked me to come on Friday. That Friday I had a Danish exam, so I said I have a Danish exam, I cannot come. So they said Monday. Okay, so Saturday, Sunday I prepared something, generic questions, all those things, and
And from India, right? You
stayed.
took that interview from India. No, you traveled,
No,
is
no,
it?
no, no. It's all happening in May before
Okay.
traveling to India.
Okay. Oh, before traveling.
Okay.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah. So before traveling to India, it all happened here. So I shaved and prepared well, and went on Monday with a clean tie. I went with a tie. So in
Really?
my first job, Copenhagen, they said, you go with your best dress,
Best
best
dress.
attire, best attire. Maybe if you have
I
suit,
saw
go with
those
the suit.
photos. You shared those photos with me.
Yeah, maybe you can share it in the group. So they said, it's like a one-time thing. If
Sure.
it's you go with your best, like that they
Yes,
said.
of course. Of course. Mm.
Yeah. So I went with a tie for the first interview. I reached there one hour before the interview. and here they are very particular about time. You
Wow.
cannot go late and you cannot go early.
Early.
You
Okay,
you cannot
okay.
go early.
So what did you
So
do for 1 hour?
so I was sitting in the bus stop itself, and just 15 minutes before I went inside. So the interview started. There were three people in the interview: HR and my manager, who is going to be my manager, and potential my colleague. She is a team lead actually. Now after joining, I know. So three people were there. They started firing questions, and I was confident. It was not for a particular, because it's not Oracle technology. It's a different technology for which they are interviewing. They are just considering my ERP experience. So whatever I did, I told. It was mostly situational questions, scenario-based
Mhm,
questions.
mhm.
Asked. So I was positive, and uh, I, I already prepared with some examples, which what I did in the past job things.
Yeah, yeah.
So so it went well, and they said you have to wait for a week. We have other candidates to interview. So it's like fingers crossed. They said they'll come back on Friday. So it happened on Monday. Till Friday, I had to wait. So usually in Danish companies, if you see, they start the day by 7 a.m. and they will leave by 3 p.m. or max by 4 p.m. So it's work life is very important here. Once they leave the office, no office calls.
No office calls.
They,
Wow.
some people even leave the laptop in the office itself.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. So so it's more than 3 o'clock. It crossed 3 o'clock in the Friday, so I was worried I'm not getting call.
uh,
5 o'clock, till 5 o'clock, I waited, no results. So I was just looking at the mobile every minute, and 5:30, I suddenly got an email telling I passed first interview, and they called me for second interview.
okay. Okay. At least.
Again, the next Monday, I went for the second interview with
Okay.
tie again, the different tie, of course. So so this time it was a little bit nervous because I'm more, what do you call, um, uh, to be selected,
Yes.
more nervous. Yeah.
Yes.
So, but this time it was, there were four people this time with a product owner or somebody who is
Okay.
actually connecting with business every day. Uh, she's there for 34 years in the company, so senior people. And this time also it went well. So before that, in the weekend, I had to take the assessments, online assessments,
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah.
aptitude test and the those things. Some three tests I took. They shared the link and all.
Behavioral personality or something like this.
Yeah,
And
personality things. So based on the results, they will ask the questions in the next interview. So that's what happened. Again, I didn't tell anything I didn't know or something. Everything I tried to be positive, and again
yeah.
used my previous experience to give some examples. Like
Yes.
I did some mistake and I don't want to hide that mistake in the office. So I immediately went to my manager and told, this is what the mistake I did. So corrected it, being honest, things like that.
Sure. 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 Situational
Uh,
questions and yeah.
yeah, situational things. So prepare. So uh, going with an prepared examples helped me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was the thing. So it went well again. Again, I had to wait for a week. They said another remaining candidates we have to go through. Uh, so after 3 days, or maybe Friday, and next Friday again, Friday morning itself, I got a call. I got a call this time, and they said you are selected, and it is a HR round this time.
Okay. One more. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a HR round. It was not much. They didn't ask any different questions also, and things like that. It was mostly salary negotiation.
Hmm.
And here, like government, there are some trade unions, which have links with the company, and they set some standards for
Sure.
salary. Salary. So it's called some settlement. I don't remember the exact name. Called some settlement.
Okay.
So once they ask what salary you expect, we can say I can go as per the settlement you have with the unions. So, but not all the companies will have that tie-up with trade unions. If
Wow.
they don't have, then we don't have the figure in the mind. So
Okay.
they said, no, we don't have. It's called, sorry, it's called collective agreement.
Okay.
It's called collective agreement. So I said, I'll go as per collective agreement salary.
Okay.
So they said, we don't have collective
We
agreement.
don't.
Okay,
Okay.
forget about it. So I had to tell some numbers. So I asked, what is your number? So they quoted some low number. So I said, even my wife is having a similar experience and she's getting more. I have some numbers in my mind. If you can reconsider the salary,
Yeah.
it will be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
That's what I told. I didn't tell any number. Uh, so they said, can you give us some clue? Okay, what my wife is getting, I told.
Okay.
Okay, they said, we will check with the manager and get back. And they came back with 10,000 more salary.
Okay.
That is 10,000 here. Here,
Yes,
that
of
is
course. Yeah.
1 lakh 20,000 there. 1 lakh more, you can say, 1
Yeah.
lakh
Yeah.
in our money. So it was not a bad salary. It is a decent salary to start with as a first job. It's not at all a bad salary. Even though I'm getting less than my wife, but that's fine. Okay, so I said okay, and immediately within the next week, third week, they sent the offer, and here they call it contract. So we have to go through the contract and sign it. Digital signature, it's kind of. It's all connected with the government. Even government will be notified.
Wow.
So, and the tax department also will be
Yeah.
notified.
Yeah.
Things like
We'll
that.
start. Right. Right.
So
Wow. Wow.
before coming to India, it all happened. Then they
Okay.
said you have to join immediately.
Immediately, but you had plans.
Yeah,
So,
immediately. They said if you can join in June itself, it's fine. So I said we have plans to go to India. Actually, if you can give us some time, they said at least by August you have to join. So I got only 2 weeks time to join. So anyway, my family wanted me to come there along with them. I don't want to send them alone after a
sure.
year. I just went along with them, stayed there for 2 weeks, and came back and joined.
So now you are alone in Denmark. Okay. Okay. Now I know
Yeah,
what.
yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning cooking because it's not usual for me to cook. My wife does all the cooking, so she gives me recipe, and I'm cooking now.
On phone. Yeah. Yeah.
And we have office lunch. We have office lunch. For lunch, I don't have to prepare anything. Maybe I'll send you some photos
Yes, please,
how
please keep
Danish lunch
doing.
looks
Yes,
like.
yes, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I
Yeah.
see your house around when you are, like constantly moving around. But yeah, I would love to see what's happening outside and the
Okay,
companies
we are
as
not
well.
fully settled here. House is
Yes.
not that much perfect
Yeah, yeah,
now.
but no,
We don't
no,
have
we
only
get
for.
to know what's happening. So, no, Joe,
Yeah, yeah,
seriously, I mean, you told the story in detail. That's exactly what I wanted. I could imagine it. I could feel
yeah,
you as
yeah.
well. I could feel
Because
your
so
desperation
I said
and
now
the
what
waiting.
I'm doing. There are so many internationals like me who are struggling. I'm just trying to encourage them.
Wow.
Uh, I went for a workshop. There were we connected some 22 people from almost 20 countries.
Okay.
So I'm active in that group also. WhatsApp group. I try to send whatever information I get, and
Yes.
just encourage them. If I can, you also can. Things like that.
Yes. No, that's great,
So
Joe.
your
That's
time will
great.
come. But your time will come. Be patient, and maybe
No,
the
no,
same
no.
advice I give all the participants here, maybe who are going to watch this video.
Yes.
So just keep trying. Don't give up, and uh, fire all cylinders. Look for all options.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
just
You really did that.
go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just don't give only don't depend on only LinkedIn. Maybe all job portals, friends,
Yes.
network that you always emphasize. Network is our net worth. So, so don't put pressure on yourself. Take some off time if you have to.
Yeah. Mhm.
Uh, Things like that. Yeah, you can definitely do that. Maybe your affirmations, what many people are
Yes.
doing every day, it helps. Self encouragement. Sometimes we don't get people to encourage us.
Yeah.
We feel so lonely. We feel so lonely that looks like life is at the end. It's not like that.
No,
Life goes
never
on.
like that.
So
Yeah.
you will get your, yeah, your time will come.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes, you that time has to come. Till that time, you have to keep waiting. And suddenly, within 2 weeks, you completed all that, right? I mean, you waited for a year,
Yeah,
but within
it's
2 weeks,
all
everything got over.
it's all lucky break. So I want to tell you one more thing. Your training helped me with LinkedIn and resume building, especially. So in the first job Copenhagen when I went, they asked people whose profile they can show on the big display. I raised my hand and my profile they
Wow.
showed, and it was like, it is already perfect. What can we do? Like that.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. So
No, you were action taker,
so
Joe. I remember, like,
so
we went
people
through courses
become.
and all very fast. And I remember you were actually helping others also in the group. And you still sort of reply to messages in our Telegram group. So amazing. I mean,
Yeah, I do that.
you are
To
really
be
a
honest,
gem.
I didn't complete all the videos, but then and there I used to go and watch. I didn't complete all the videos. I wanted to tell the my resume profile. I was happy. It was just 51 score initially, but I didn't check the score after that. I was happy with my the template. And what happened? Suddenly, my wife copied my profile template and she applied. And within 2 weeks, she got calls.
And she also
And she got a job also within a month. She got job before me, and she was not looking for job seriously
no.
like me. It was like I'm here looking for job 1 year, day and night I'm applying, and you just applied 2 weeks, you got a job.
See, Joe, it so
So,
happens, sometimes you feel it's all luck, it's all chance. But of course, you
yeah,
put in that
because
effort. She also put in that effort. You never know
yeah,
which arrow gets hit, right? You never know that.
yeah, she didn't have any idea to look for any job. She was there with the same company for 17 years,
Wow.
and suddenly she applied and she got a job, and it's a world's best company. Really.
Amazing.
It's one of the biggest company in Denmark, number one, number two company. She got a job, and we both got local jobs in Denmark, and we are just starting our new career.
Yes, 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 yes. New
And
career. It's a totally new career.
thanks for all your encouragement and guidance,
Yep.
help, and your course is really really good. And I see it's upgraded too much. You are talking about chat GPT, all those things, AI. Yeah,
Yes,
all the best for your good job,
yes,
Seth.
yes. Thank you so much, Joe, for sharing in detail. Really, you just opened up everything. You are really a gem. And of course, for you and your wife, this is just a start to a totally new life, I'm sure. I'm sure your children will do well there. Now it's a new
I
beginning.
didn't tell about my new job. It is in totally different ERP system.
Okay.
My I'm going to use my ERP experience, but it's completely different software
So now
called
you have
Miles.
to
It's
learn also a
also,
lot of things.
yeah, different industry and different software. So I'm going through training now.
Hmm.
So it's all interesting and challenging.
We have to keep learning, right? It's just like life throws us a challenge
It's,
and tells us that now learn this, now
and
learn
it's
this.
more learning for IT people, especially.
Yes, yes, yes. No, yeah,
Always
absolutely.
technology is getting upgraded.
Always technologies are getting changed. Yes. So congrats once again, and my best wishes for you, your children, your wife, whole family. And I'm sure you will
Yeah,
do well because you are really a gem of a heart. So I'm sure you will do well in all junctures. There, see, challenges happen in everywhere. It is like how you deal with them. And see these success stories, Joe, you also next time when you face a challenge, you'll remember that you did it last time. These things, help us stay motivated next time. So
yeah.
sometimes these experiences
This is
are
my
there
second
to actually make us.
This is this is kind of my second experience without a job for 1 year. Initially, when I started my ERP, same thing happened.
Okay,
So from a different industry, I moved to ERP, and 1 year I was without a job, without much support. That time it was India, and now it's Denmark.
Denmark. So we
Yeah,
went through that
yeah,
all over again. Amazing. Thank you so much, Joe, for sharing everything. Thank you so much,
yeah.
and congrats once again.
Thank you.